What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Vstar project. So we finished up the first Vstar, simple clutch, redid the plates, no problem. Thought my GoPro was going, it didn't, so I apologize, but that one is complete. Now we got these two. This one we started putting back together. Other than that really bald front tire, it's coming along really well. Noticed these front forks are leaking. At least on this side, so that's going to be a fun job, but we'll get those done. But we ran new cabling, ran new fuel lines. We installed the Evil Energy fuel line. Freaking fantastic. If you guys don't have, or if you've never used it, highly recommend it. It's a great fuel line. New throttle cables, new clutch cable, and new fuel filter. And now we are kind of where we're at. So I really should record this here, boys. Sorry. This is just an auxiliary fuel tank you can get on Amazon. We threw a little bit of gas in it. We hooked it up to the fuel line here. And we turned the key to get the fuel pump working, get it primed up. Carbs have been completely rebuilt. And yeah, we got it to fire. So that portion's awesome. We're getting ready to do an oil change. And this bolt right here, the head snapped right there on the exhaust. So we got our little multi-tool here. Hooked up a metal blade, cut off the rest of the stud so we could pull this thing off. We'll have to drill that and then tap it to get that exhaust back on there. But we're gonna pull this off. I think we'll install one of those oil filter relocation kits, because these Vstars suck and you have to take off the exhaust every time you want to do an oil change, which is kind of a pain in the butt because these bolts get hot, they get rusted on, and they snap like that, and so then you're dealing with twice as much work to get it going. But as for right now, everything's looking pretty good. These are the fenders that came with the bike. They're not pretty. They're a little banged up. But for right now, it's working. This one was super rusty. So we've got some evapor rust in there. We need to get a little bit more because we're going to fill up this tank. Soak it for a couple of days. Get it cleaned up, and then we've actually been working on these parts over here. We've got them sanded down. I don't know what original primer they had on it, but we've got it sanded down to 400 grit, wet sanded. It's supposed to be in the 70s this weekend, so we're hoping to get the paint booth up, get everything primed, and see if we can get some fresh fenders with some paint going. And that's pretty much the update on this bike. This one it's close. It's getting real close. The fork seals, I've never done fork seals, so that's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna figure that one out. We did have to rebuild the hand controls. Hand controls were all rotted out and nasty. Nothing was making contact. It was very corroded. So we cleaned all those up and got them working again. Everything works pretty smooth now, so that's awesome. And then while we're waiting for parts for this bad boy, I pulled this one into the garage just to see what would happen if we could get it to even move, if we could get it to turn over, because this was just a shot in the dark bike. Got keys going for it. You hear the fuel pump chime. There's no fuel, obviously. It's in neutral. It does not have any oil. I was able to manually crank it for about half a second. So it does turn over, which is awesome. But before we can do anything else with this bad boy, we are going to be getting the oil in it and checking it out. Clutch cover here is missing a bunch of bolts. Same on the oil side. So that's going to be a fun mystery to open up. Excited to share that with you. But pretty stoked that Vstar number 2 is coming to life. She's firing up and working. And hopefully we'll have this done. Depending on the forks. Like I said, never done the forks. Hopefully we'll have it done by this weekend if we can get all the parts that we need in that time. Get this thing cranked out and get bike number 2 done. We're also going to be trying our hand at painting. So, fingers crossed. Hopefully that works. Anyway, enjoy video 2, boys. Have a good night.